Hey guys, happy Monday. I'm going to turn down my speaker. I forgot to do that. There we go. Awesome. All right, so happy Monday. I'm going to check to make sure we are live in all of the groups tonight. So we are live in my Facebook group, Finance, Tax, and Accounting Tips for Thriving Entrepreneurs. I am also live on my page, Calculated Profits, as well as on YouTube tonight. So if you are joining me tonight, if you will please just drop your name in the comments or say hello in your comments. Your name should pop up automatically if you have given StreamYard permission. So if you will do that for me, I want to make sure that I am live everywhere. It doesn't look like I'm in my group, so give me just a second. Awesome. And if you will tell me where you are watching, if you're in the group or if you are in the Calculated Profits page, or if you're even on YouTube tonight, that would be awesome. So let's see here. I may have to come back to you because it doesn't look like I'm in my group. Hey, Patsy, where are you watching? Are you in the group or are you in the Calculated Profits page? You should be able to tell that. Okay, you're in Calculated Profits, so you're not in my page. Oh, no. All right, it says I'm streaming from the page. Anybody in the group tonight? Anybody in the group? Uh-oh. Oh, there we are. I think I'm in the group now. Still waiting on some people to get online. Remember, if you are just joining me and you have to give StreamYard permission so that I can see who you are. All right, so I see some more popping online. So if you're just getting online, if you will say hello, make sure you've given StreamYard permission to see who you are. And if you will tell me if you are watching tonight from the Facebook group or if you are watching from the Calculated Profits page, that would help me tremendously because I think I'm having some issues tonight with StreamYard. Anybody? This is embarrassing. All right, I may pop off here and come back in a second because I don't see what says we're happening now. So anybody joining me from the group? If not, I'm going to hop off and come right back on in just a second. Yes. So I see somebody in my group. I don't know who you are, but I see somebody in my group. Hi, Bridget. How are you? Bridget, are you watching from my group or are you on my Calculated Profits page? I think I'm having a little bit of issue tonight with some technology. And I also see a Facebook user saying hello, but I don't know who you are. So if you'll give StreamYard permission so I can see you, that would be awesome. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Desiree. How are you? Tell me, Desiree, are you watching from my group tonight or are you watching from the Calculated Profits page? Which one are you on? Bridget, thank you. I'm from the page. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So I hope your Monday is going good. We have a few people on right now. I know I had several RSVPs. So Remember, if you're new to watching, if you will please give StreamYard permission so I can see who you are, because this is an Ask an Expert. So what that means is I need to see who you are so I can answer you. And for some reason, if I don't know the answer, I can always get back to you. Desiree, thank you for telling me that you're in the group. All right. So this is an Ask Your Expert tonight, which means I'm free game for you, right? So you can just throw all those tax and accounting questions to me. And even if they're not tax and accounting related, if there's something to do with business, I'm sure that I can get you the answer, okay? So, whether it be marketing or how do you start an online business, anything in that realm, that is what I am here for tonight to help you with. So before we get started with that, remember, if you're just joining me or as you're joining me, if you will just tell me whether you're watching me from the Facebook group or if you're on the Calculated Profits page, that would help me a lot. And if you are new and you haven't joined me before, make sure that you have given StreamYard permission so I can see your name so I can actually answer your question. So I'm going to dive in a little bit because I want to remind you guys of a few things. First of all, the IRS starts accepting returns in 18 days. Okay, 18 days. So what does that mean? That means you need to have your books in order, guys. They need to be ready to go. How do you do that? Good question. If you're in business for yourself, your books need to be in order, and they should have been in order 25 days ago. Before the close of 2020, they should have already been in order. But a few things that I want you to do and to remember to do these on a regular basis. But if you haven't done them, go back and let's get 2020 done. You have 18 days before IRS will even accept your returns. You've got some time. The first thing that I want you to do is I want you to categorize your income and your expenses. Okay, so you do that in a couple of ways. You can either download some software. My favorite paid subscription software is going to be QuickBooks Online, or you will see me as QBO. That's the one thing. And then the other option, if you don't want to do a paid subscription right now, and I completely understand, some of you guys are just starting out, and that extra $40 a month can add up. So what I want you to do is I want you to hop on to my page, and I'll actually link it to this video when we're done. But I want you to download my freebie, which is the Calculated Tax Planner. What that is an income and expense tracker broken down by month, so you can see exactly where you're spending money, when you're bringing money in, and that will also help you with budgeting and cash flow, because those are the big items, right? All right, so categorize your income and expenses. The other thing I want you to do is make sure that you're reconciling your bank statements every single month. What does that mean? That means that you're actually getting that bank statement, whether it be online or you get it in the mail, either way. I want you to get that, and I want you to compare that to your checks, to your debits, to your deposits, to make sure that what the bank says you spent and earned actually reconciles to what you say you spent or earned. Okay? And then, guys, this is the end of the year. So a few things that you're going to do with your books at year end that you typically would not do during the year. And the first thing of that is I want you to check your balances in your accounts. Okay. And if you're using QuickBooks, this is where this is going to play in here. So for example, you guys who have payroll, your payroll accounts should balance at the end of the year. Okay, some should have certain amounts in them. Some should have zeros at the end of the year. Those are things that is very important that you check on before you close your books. The other thing I want you to make sure of is that all of your assets are listed on your balance sheet. So what is an asset? Those are expenses that you would not write off 100%. So maybe a computer or a printer, furniture, things of that nature need to be listed on a balance sheet. Okay. Let's see, I'm going through my list here. And those items that I'm talking about here, your assets and things, those, once you turn your books over to your accountant, your tax preparer at the end of the year to prepare your tax return, then they should also give you back some adjusting entries to make those changes in your QuickBooks. Okay, if they're not doing that, you need to start requesting those for you. But that way you can actually close out your books accurately every year. You need to run some reports. The 2 or the 3 major reports that I always recommend every business printing, saving are your profit and loss statement. So we know how much income you made and all of your expenses. And then you also need to run a balance sheet that will show your accounts receivable, your accounts payable, your liability accounts. And then you also need to run a cash flow statement. And that shows how your income comes in and how your money goes out every month to see the balances so that you can make budgeting correctly. Okay. And if you're just joining me, I see a few new people hopping on. So if you're just joining me, make sure you've given StreamYard permission that I can see your name. And we're just going over a couple of closeout items that you need to do for the end of the year. If you have any questions, go ahead and start popping them in the comments that you have, because tonight is an Ask the Expert. So when I get done going through these, I'm going to start answering your questions. All right, so run your reports, profit and loss, balance sheet, and your cash flow statement. Those 3 are major for the end of the year. And don't forget to always back up your data. So a lot of people don't do this, and it's very, very important. You need to start backing up your data. So if you're on QBO, you can still back up that data so that the information isn't lost. Okay, if you're using my free planner, make sure that you're backing up that data so that your information is not lost. What does that mean? Just make an extra copy. Okay. All right, so that's closing out your books for 2020. If you have any questions for that, you'll just put those in the comments. That would be awesome. All right. So last week, I did a live only in my group. It was a group exclusive. So if you caught my group exclusive, you'll just give me a heart emoji or something in your comments, and that way I know that you got it last week. But we talked last week about the home office deduction. And everyone who was on my live last week that asked for it has gotten my new freebie, which is the home office deduction calculator. So that helps you to determine how much of the home office deduction you're able to deduct on your income taxes. So very important. If you did not catch it last week in my live, if you still want that, I've still got it available as a freebie. If you'll just drop a link in the comments that you would like that home office deduction calculator, I'll send it straight over to you. All right, so we're moving on. Also, I've reminded you over the past couple of weeks that now is the time to send out 1099s. And 1099s are completely different this year than they have been in the past 10, 15 years. So instead of the 1099 miscellaneous form to those that you have paid $600 or more in your business, you now have to file a 1099 NEC. And those are due out along with W-2s this year by February 1st because the 31st fell on a weekend. So, hey, how are you? I do not know how to pronounce your name, and I do not want to completely mutilate it. So, hi, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Okay, I have an email. Divine Davy, if you will give permission for StreamYard to or give StreamYard permission so that I can see you, that would be awesome. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to keep going here. See any more? Let's see. Somebody asked me, can I file taxes? Yes, I can. And that's actually a question that I have been asked a lot lately. I give a lot of advice on tax and accounting, but I also have been asked, do you file taxes? Yes, I do. I actually made a post about that today if you haven't seen it already. But yes, I've been filing taxes for over 20 years. Any type of return that you want, I can help you with it. So it's corporations, partnerships, just regular old W-2 returns, self-employment, LLC, any of those I can help you with. All right. So, all right. I have someone that says hi, and I'm not sure who you are. You have to give StreamYard permission for me to know who you are, but hello, how are you? All right. And you do not have to go on camera. So somebody posted, I'm not able to go on camera at this time. I don't have to see you. You see me, but I don't see you. Okay. Awesome. All right, so we're going to move along. We talked about 1099s. The other thing I wanted to mention was your mileage log. So mileage is an important tax deduction as well. So if you haven't already completed your mileage log for 2020, I need you to go back and make sure that you have completed that so that you can take full advantage of all of your mileage. Now, a few things to remember on mileage is that's not only for the self-employed, that also can be if you are using a charitable donations for your tax return. So charitable miles are also deductible along with medical mileage. So that is also deductible as well. So keep up with those things: business, charitable, and medical, and keep those separate so that you can deduct those in the proper places on your tax return. Okay. All right, I have another Facebook user say, is it best to make an appointment as far as questions for a small business? If it is specific questions, yes, it is great to make an appointment with me. And I will post the link when I am off the phone or off of this video here in a little bit. I'll post a link. This is the last week that I'm actually taking appointments for my free 20-minute consults. Okay. So I would go ahead and jump on that. I do still have a few available, so I will post a link in this here in just a minute. All right, I'm going to check to see if we have any other questions. So you'll give me just a second here. Awesome. All right. So now I can actually see who is there. Amber, good question, Amber. Thank you. All right. And Amber, if you'll get permission from StreamYard, I can see your post here as well. All right, so I've went over a few things about tax returns and what you need to do to close out your business. I am going to open the floor now for the next 5 minutes. We'll see if we have any questions. If it lasts longer, that's fine too. But pop your questions in the comments, and that way I can answer them for you. So any questions you may have, whether it be accounting, tax, anything to do with making your business an online business, anything in between, I'll be glad to help you here. And if I can't help you, I'm sure that there's somebody here that can as well. So any questions, I'm just going to open the floor. All right, any questions? I'm going to make sure I'm going to go through these and make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, I'm not seeing any questions. No questions, guys? I can't believe this. Amber, do you have a question that maybe could be like a general question that you might want answered? If you do, feel free to pop it in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer it for you right here. And Davey, tell me what it is that you want me to send to your email. Do you need the freebie calculated tax planner, or do you need the freebie office home office deduction calculator? Maybe you need both. Tell me what you need me to send you, and I can get that sent over to you here in just a bit as well. All right, so I'm going to give it a couple more minutes here. Everybody doing good today? Everybody's quiet. Can't believe this. Both, please. Thank you. You're very welcome, Davey. I will get those sent out to you this evening. And if you have any questions about those, don't hesitate to reach out to me. The calculated tax planner does have a tutorial video. So very important that you watch that tutorial video before you get started. And then also the calculator does not have a video, but it's pretty self-explanatory. But if you haven't seen it or you haven't looked at it, you have any questions, make sure that you go back and watch my live from last week. And you have to be in my group to catch that live because I still haven't posted it anywhere else. So if you're not in my group, make sure you get in my group. All right, so if I haven't created a business, LLC, or sold, can I expense some of this training and business expenses from last year? Oh, great question. All right, so, and can you tell me what kind of business you are? That'll help me a little bit too. So you can tell me what type of business you are. That will help. And as I'm waiting for that answer, I'm going to go to Amber. I have tons, LOL. If we ship, let's see. Oh, look at there, it posts. Oh, awesome. All right. If I have tons of LOL. So if we ship to other states, do we have to file sales tax in those states as well? Great question. So Amber, do you use like Shopify or Etsy? What type of platform do you use? So that's question number one for you, because if not, I'm going to tell you a really easy way to make it super simple on your sales tax. Okay. So tell me that. Okay. And then this was the question I was just talking about. If I haven't created a business, can I expense some of the training and business expenses from last year? So first of all, I'm going to address this while I'm waiting on the answer to what type of business. You don't necessarily have to create a sole proprietorship, okay? So you can actually use your social security number, although I highly do not recommend that. I recommend that you follow the steps, guys. And I have a video on that too, on how to set up your business the right way. But it's important to do it the correct way. Now, if you were just getting the business off the ground and you weren't really sure if you were going to make a go of it or not, can you expense the training and business expenses? Absolutely, you can. Yes. And you would do that on a Form Schedule C on your tax return if you have not set up your business as an LLC. Okay. My phone's so my answers are slow. You're good. Not a problem. I'm here. Yoga and fitness instructor switched to mostly online. Awesome. So you switched your business from like a brick and mortar to an online platform. That is amazing. That's wonderful. I did the same thing back in August. So brick and mortar for 10 plus years as a sole proprietor. And I switched my brick and mortar business to an online platform. So I'm with you. If you need any help, let me know. I can give you some pointers on that too. All right, Amber says Square, but we are just starting to use Comment Sold. Okay, so Amber, I highly recommend, I'm not sure what you're selling, that would help too, but if you use a platform such as Shopify or Etsy, those actually will collect the sales tax for you and handle all the sales tax. So, and they charge very little to handle that, and that way you know you're in compliance. So I highly, highly recommend that you use an e-commerce platform like that. Okay. So if you want to tell me what you're selling, though, that would be awesome as well. All right. So back to the question about setting up your business. Guys, you don't have to set a business up to be in business for yourself. There's so many of you guys out there that are doing a side hustle or a side gig, however you want to call it, and you're a business. A business means that you're in it to make a profit. It doesn't mean that you're in it to have a good time and hope that it turns out okay. You're in it to make a profit. That does not mean that you are going to make a profit. Most businesses do not make a profit in the first year. But that does not mean that you should not put it on your tax return. Because remember, if you're in it to make a profit, that equals a business. Okay. And if you are just starting out and you're buying all this training, maybe you're hiring people to help you and consult you in this change in this business, those are deductions. Okay. And you need to claim those on your tax return. And that loss is what it will be on your business will actually offset other income. Excuse me. So maybe you work a 9 to 5. Okay. And then you have a side gig. 9 to 5 makes $25,000 a year. I'm just throwing numbers, guys. And the side gig, you put $5,000 into your side gig. You didn't make any money, but you're trying to make money. That's $5,000 taken away from the 25. So now you're only paying taxes on 20,000 instead of 25,000. I hope that this helps. But guys, you have to run it like a business. That's the one thing that I'm going to express. You cannot run it like it's a hobby. You cannot run it just like, well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You have to run it like a business. And in order to run it like a business, there's certain things that you have to do. One of which, you need to go open up a business checking account. If the business doesn't work, oh well. But you need to start the business with all intentions of it working. You're starting that business, I'm hoping, with all intentions that you're going to say bye-bye to your 9 to 5 and enjoy life of an entrepreneur. Okay, so I'm off my little soapbox now. I'm going to look here. Great, thanks. I will reach out when I get on my computer. Awesome. And Amber, you have a boutique. Awesome. Great. That's exciting. So again, Amber, I highly recommend Shopify for a boutique. And that way they will collect the sales tax as you need it. It's a great online platform that I have used with several of my clients. So if you need any questions, or if you have any questions and need some answers on that, I'd be glad to help you as well. All right. So anyone else have any more questions? I'm just popping through these here. Any other questions? Somebody says it's Monday. Yes, it's Monday. Yes, it is. Absolutely, it's Monday. Yay! But we're ending Monday on a good note, right? Because you're learning how to save taxes, how to start your business the correct way. So that's a great thing. All right, I'm gonna leave it up here for another 30 seconds. So at 27 minutes, I'm gonna tell you guys goodbye unless there's any other questions for today. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being online with me tonight. It means so much to me to have you here. And if this is a good time, Mondays are a good time at 8, you'll just let me know. That'd be great. If earlier or a different day is better for you, then let me know that as well, because I want to be here for you guys. Make it where it's convenient for you. You're very welcome. Thank you. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to leave it with you tonight. I will post a couple of links in the comments. And if you have not already joined my Thriving Entrepreneur group, please make sure that you do that, okay? Because some of the lives I do are only in that group. They're group exclusives. So thanks again for joining me, and have a wonderful Monday. Bye. Have a good week.